Hi everyone, welcome to website training module number 9, how to report a website issue. This is a very important one for me and for you to know how to do properly so things can be resolved as quickly and efficiently as possible. We're going to be running through how and when to report an issue, who to contact, information to collect, and some common misconceptions. I'm trying to fill in some information to help you understand what's happening and why. This is website module 9. I actually might not need to go to the website screen, so I'll stay here for a little while to start with anyway. So how to report a website issue. I now have a website help desk, much like the IT have their own help desk. So this is essentially a ticketing system. Like you'll send an email to the email address that's going to be on the screen in a second to website support. This email, websitesupport@nsfabrics.com. You just type that into the to section and it will come up. It's a contact in everyone's Outlook, and you just submit a ticket to me that way. I get notified when I get them. It helps me keep track of them and helps keep all the information in one localized spot. So it's much more effective for me to respond to website issues that way, and website issues then don't get lost in my inbox of all the other emails I get during a day. So this is really important to make sure you're emailing website support when you have an issue. Now, when I say an issue, that means if you're searching on the website or you've just got off the phone from a customer or a customer's just emailed you and there's something behaving on the website that doesn't seem quite normal, or you discover wrong pricing or the wrong image or image isn't rotated properly, anything that's related to the data on the website, just send an email to website support@nsfabrics.com. There's a couple times where you don't email website support, and that is if you have a customer that is waiting to be connected to their business account, they want a website account that's connected to their business account, you email credit. In those instances, anything about customer account, you email credit, just like you would if it's about an X3 customer account. So credit is the first person. If something's particularly wrong, then they will contact me. You don't have to contact me about customer accounts. You email credit first. And when you email credit, give them as much information as you can, i.e. their account number, the email that they're trying to use to log into the website. So please email credit first. It's going to make things much quicker getting resolved. If you don't follow the proper process, not only do the people responding to the issues get frustrated, but also your issue isn't going to be resolved as quickly, or your customer's issue isn't going to be resolved as quickly. And at the end of the day, we want the issues to be resolved as quickly as we can. So please follow the proper processes. Along the lines of processes, please never email IT website issues. I, Miranda, am in charge of the website. I will contact IT if it's something that I need to talk to them about, but you don't need to be involved in that. Please don't contact IT about the website. If you submit a ticket to the IT help desk, it's just going to take longer to get to me, and the issue is going to take longer to get resolved. So please don't email IT. Only I will email IT about the website. Okay. Now, information to collect when you're sending, this is best practice when sending information to anyone when there's an issue. Take any necessary screenshots. In particular for the website, instead of just giving me a customer name, if you give me a customer name, that means I have to look up the rest of the customer information, slowing it down. If you give me a customer name, their account number, and their email, for me and the website, the most important identifier about a customer is actually the email that they're using. So if you can please give me the email that they're using, or customer upholstery X is having issues because every time they click this button, it takes them here, and it's not meant to do that. If you give me the customer name, great, but give me the email that they're using too. So please try and capture that information from your customer. Also, customer, see if someone's called in, or if you're a sales rep and they are one of your customers, capture as much information as possible, like when did it happen, is it reoccurring, was it a once-off, how frequently is it happening. Do they notice any patterns? Like maybe that one thing only happens when X, Y, and Z situations and variables are also in play. So any information you can capture, the better, because that helps me in troubleshooting. A lot of the times when an issue comes through to me, I'll do my own troubleshooting, and when I reply to you really quickly about something being resolved, it's normally because it was a quick, simple fix on my behalf. I will let you know when I have to escalate something further and communicate with the website developers. If something does need the website developers, that's normally when it's going to take a little bit longer to be resolved, because now we're working with an extra party trying to troubleshoot the issue as well, and I normally have a lot of back and forth with them about giving them more information, which is why I sometimes ask you for more information because they might be needing it. So just be aware that if I say, yes, I've escalated this to the developers, or I've submitted a ticket to the developers now, that just means it is going to take a little bit longer for me to circle back with you about a resolution. Now that we have the website ticketing system, I am really good with getting back and giving you what the if it's been resolved or if it's not going to be resolved, or I am really good at getting back to you with that information. You can go into the email string that you have with me on the website help desk and prompt me if you want some more information or if you have some new information. If a glitch is happening when a customer presses X button, and now it's also happening when they press Y button, please let me know. Those developments do help. Examples in general are really good for me, especially when I'm communicating with the website developers. If I can give them more than one example, it's always best. So that's the information to collect. That's who to contact and when. And now, couple common misconceptions. So our website operates on a lot of data. Like every price you see, every image you see, every specification you see, it's a lot of data that's replicated onto the website. So it goes through and looks at our system in X3, long story short, looks at information, copies it, puts it on the website. Now, because of the amount of data we have, sometimes things are missed, they're skipped over, some data gets slightly modified in the process. And that's what I refer to as a data replication problem or a data replication issue. So data replication is the cause of most of our issues at the moment, and it's going to be resolved very shortly. In July, we're going to have a big update that fixes that. But data replication issues do affect the invoices and them not being itemized, the stock that's sometimes out, the pricing that's sometimes out, the pricing if it looks a bit rounded, the stock if it looks, if in X3 there is stock and on the website there isn't showing stock. All these things are data replication issues, and they're trickier to resolve because they're never impacting all customers in the same way, or sometimes they might even be just affecting 5 customers out of our 12,000 customers, right? So it's really hard to pinpoint and fix these specific issues because sometimes they may only be affecting one person every second day type of thing. So you've got to bear with me when I do say it's a data replication issue because it is much harder for us to resolve those. As I said, moving forward, mid-July, we're looking at significantly, if not totally, reducing our data replication issues, which is fantastic for you and for me and for our customers. A misconception is, and I quote, sometimes we can see cut price and roll price, something some customers don't have access to. So everyone should have access to a cut and roll price. When they're logged into the website and connected to their business account, which means they see their pricing, they should have the exact yardage button and the roll button, and there should be a price change between rolls and cuts as there is in X3. So that should be something that's happening. It's never a question of access. It's a question of, if they're not seeing that, capture information and email website support, because then it's probably a glitch. Could be a data replication issue. It may be something else. So I will need to look into that. So it's not a question of access. Everyone does have access to that. It's a glitch if it's not working properly. So I do need to investigate those instances. So that is it for how to report a website issue. If you do have any questions about the process in reporting issues or my process in escalating issues, just send me an email to website support with your inquiry, and I'm happy to answer that for you. But I just wanted to kind of keep this high level, bigger picture so people have a better understanding of what's happening. Thank you. Yes, come in.
Permission granted